out. So I'm trying to do what I can when I see them making mistakes or things they can improve on. Just being an older guy, just trying to pass on some of the things that taught me when I was young.
Last year, Lorenzo, you came in kind of as knowing you were going to kind of be a depth guy, not necessarily be a starter.
Yeah.
And some circumstances happened where you did become a starter. You obviously excelled. This year, you start the year slotted as a starter.
Right.
How much time, I guess, do you expect to maybe get a blow? Are you going to be an every down linebacker, or is it going to be kind of a?
We'll see how everything progresses and how guys, develop in their roles are established, and the coaches will, find the best way to utilize all my skill sets as well as other guys and putting packages and just see the ebbs and flows of games, because I still expect to play special teams. I want to be on punt and kickoff coverage, because that's something I'm great at doing. It can impact the game there as well. And but we got to be smart. So does that mean I come out, Ramon or Gerald or whoever comes in, and we trust them to do it? That's great. But we're going to figure out the best way to do it, what's best for the team, and that's where we'll come up with.
You mentioned your role in special teams as well. How much pride do you take in being able to excel at this part of the game as well?
That's really everything to me. That's what's kept me in this league this long. Being stellar there, being a Pro Bowler, and just being able to impact games, when people normally don't think or is relegated to, backups. I look at it as a starting role, and that's why I try to really push on the young guys that you are a starter if you're on all those core forward. So I just want to continue to show that even as a starter that I feel passionate about it, because when you have that type of passion, it's infectious, and young guys pick it up and they start balling on special teams, and that's when you find yourself finally getting in the playoffs after 17 years when it spread from awful people to special teams.
You've played at all different weights in this league.
Yeah.
You even look a little bit lighter right now than you were last year. I'm going to guess on that. What
I'm about 10 pounds lighter. I'm probably around 232, 235. And that's just because I know I'm going to have to run more. I'm going to have to cover guys. Guys like Clay, Shady, guys on our team. But then when we start playing, there's a lot of great athletes, tight ends that I'm going to have to cover, and I got to be able to run with them. And that was, honestly, a weakness of mine that I got to be honest about, because I haven't done it in a while. I haven't done it often. So I definitely wanted to get my weight down so I can run, and then also not have another hamstring pull like I did. So it's definitely going to help me with that, with all the additional.
What'd you play at last year?
240, 245, probably towards 245 towards the end of the season. So about 10 to 12 pounds down from last year, a lot leaner. And that's just going to allow me to be more functional and last the whole season and not have a drop-off.
So does that mean what you're saying is you'll have some more coverage responsibilities in this defense this year than you did last year?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. We have a lot of cover one, cover three, and when I'm playing off the ball on first and second down, I'm dropping those emphases and allowing Jerry and Shaq to rush. And so I have to be ready to break on balls, cover guys, run down the field, make plays in space, all things I've done in special teams, but it's a little bit different when you man on man and it's just you and him running down the field.
How's Sean's camp been different from some of the other ones that you've been a part of?
It's hard to compare. Remember, I was in the league before the new CBA, so I've had old school coaches like John Fox and Joe Gibbs, where we had double days and they were smash mouth football. So it's really so much a coach as far as how intense he can make it be. I do enjoy his schedule for allowing us to get off our feet at night. I know we're done about 7:30 every day, so you get your rest at night, get to bed. And I'm always doing something every day, so kind of like downtime, which I really like.
Good answer, because he's great there.
Lorenzo, in regards to roster cuts now, they got rid of the 75. Now, we mentioned already that you're in a starter position now, but you've been in that position where you're on the bubble. So, as a player, how do you view that roster change and the cuts?
I don't know. It gives the guys the extra time to maybe make an impression, especially if you're one of those bubble guys. But when I come to camp to kind of speak to being a starter, I don't see myself better than anybody, because I've seen starters that were penciled in to start the camp get cut. So I have the same mentality I did when I came in this league as an undrafted D tackle that has been cut a couple of times. So I never take for granted being out here. But with that said, it does give, anytime you have additional opportunities to make it a roster, it's always a bonus to players.
Reggie Ragg was maybe one of those guys who was slotted ahead of you last year at the start of the season, and obviously he had the ACL tear. Coming back from that, seeing him this year, what have you seen from him, and what kind of role do you think he'll eventually have?
I'm really liking what I see out of Reggie. Obviously, as a high draft pick, you have a lot of pressure on you, something I really can't relate to. You get hurt, and you want to be out there for your guys. You feel like you maybe let yourself down, your family, and all that. But the way he's bounced back, the mental toughness that he's shown, the patience as well, being smart with his injury, is really refreshing. I'm really proud of him. And he's out here working, putting his head down, grinding it out, trying to find ways to get better. And I think he realizes that he's not himself quite yet, after coming off the ACL, but as his season progresses and the more reps he gets out here, the more comfortable. I think last year we had 4 or 5 practices maybe. he's going to start becoming a better football player. He's being patient with that, and I'm just trying to help him with that. Stay upbeat, stay patient. Don't really worry about where you're at right now, but you will become who you want to become in this league.
Lorenzo, what's your mindset heading into this season and going through camp right now?
I just want to continue to get better. Each and every year, even though I'm year 13, there's things about games I can always improve on. Whether it's better pass rush, being more consistent, lower pad level. All the little things that make football players great. I think at any time when you feel like that you've arrived and take those things for granted, that's when you have a drop-off. Obviously I had a great year last year. I want to continue to build off of that and win some more games. So that's what all my focus is, be the best football player for this team in this city, so I can help put us in a position to make the playoffs.
It's early in there.
Yeah.
How much of a different player is he look now that he's?
He has essentially a year under his belt. I think he's more confident, he's healthy, and he's doing something that he's been doing all his life. He has his hands back in the dirt. So when you have that type of comfort level and confidence in yourself, you're going to be making plays. And Shaq is a very dynamic athlete, and he's going to do that. So I'm just excited to see him continue to grow as a football player, continue to understand the game from a D lineman standpoint. He has the best teacher in the world, and Kyle Williams to help him understand.
It's early in the year, Lorenzo. We're going back to special teams. Has this coaching staff tried to pull you back at all from that, or are they just?
Yeah, they trying to, but I'm gonna push back as much as I can. But at the same time, when I say that, I want to be smart because I don't want to have an incident where I'm playing 70 snaps like I did last year in Miami, and then end up pulling my hamstring, and then I hurt the team in a sense because I'm selfish because I want to be out there. So trying to be smart, allowing the training staff. We have these catapult things, and they can monitor how many reps, your mileage, and all that, and listening to that information and really taking to note as far as how much teams are playing.
Why do you pride yourself so much on that? Just because that's how you made your living earlier in your career?
Yeah, it's blue collar. It's something that I'm passionate about, and I think a lot of people kind of overlook it. And it's such an integral part of this game. People want to score a lot of touchdowns and be a great defense, but the special teams is set up. We have big returns by Tate, getting people outside to that 30-yard line. Tyrod is going to put points on the board. We create great field position on punt and kickoff coverage. The defense is going to hold because most offenses in this league can't drive 80, 75-yard drives every single time they have the ball. So that's why I love it, because it's the setup for the knockouts for the defense and the offense, and it's something that I've been really good at my entire career and led there, and it's just close to my heart.
And this week, Lorenzo, there was another report that came out, football and CTE, and special teams is a big impact play, physically.
Right.
So just going forward in regards to the NFL and special teams plays, kickoffs, where do you see that going?
Each year they try to make, different rule changes. When I came in the league, they used to have the 4-man wedge. They've taken that out. They've taken some other changes as well as far as jumping over the kicker this year. You can't do that, so guys are not, getting flipped and potentially maybe breaking their neck or falling on their heads with concussions. So they're trying to make some changes. There's probably still some room where we can grow. Some of the jump techniques that you see on kickoff when the front line essentially runs directly at the kickoff team and tries to catch a guy with his head down. That's probably something else that we might want to look at as far as mitigating some of those big